Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Good evening. This is Mentor Omoteragene of the MMM Ghana Guidance School. With me in today's meeting, which happens to be a business game presentation, are members of Cycle 4, Group 3, Batch 7 of 07/12/17 batch of the MMM Ghana Guidance School. I welcome you to your business game presentation. For the viewers, the business game presentation is all about sending a team to a country to establish MMM in that country and to also ensure that that community in the country continues to exist. So the members of Cycle 4 had met several times to find out a way to tackle this business game task, and they've come up with the. So we have Dixon, who's going to speak on behalf of Cycle 4 to tell us how they came about the solution to the business game task. So Dixon, the floor is open to you. You can unmute your mic and give us your presentation.
Thank you, Mentor. Good evening to everyone who has joined this evening's presentation. This is Cycle 4, Group 3, Batch number 07-12-17. Today's presentation is on the business game tax, and 9 people participated in the discussion. In attendance, we have Nana Ahinkan, Dixon Aguje, myself, Isaac Kobe Ayibo, Michael K. Cosburn, Frimpon Elijah, Joe Opoku Gordon, Bright Edu, Isaac Androfol, and Odro Benjamin. We have our introduction to our business game tax. Thailand is located in both the eastern and northern hemisphere and is positioned in South Asia. It's recognized geographical region of the Asian continent. And when you go down, Tax 1 says, during 2017, Thailand's population is projected to increase by 257,699. So currently, Thailand's population is 68,612,866. And we were given $50,000 to go to Thailand and establish MMM in Thailand. Our goals and objective of going to Thailand to establish MMM, we are targeting at least 800 registration in the first 1 week, because they said we should look at getting the first 1 week before we proceed. And our expected deposit from the 800 people with average of $300, we are expecting $240,000. Advertising in social media is one of our goals, either Facebook, YouTube. Expenditure that will incur to first establish MMM in Thailand. We have to create a website. Before we create a website in China, the team of 9 members took a flight to Thailand, and the flight ticket cost us $1,500. When we got there, we booked for accommodation. It cost us $3,000, and conference hall cost us $2,000. Banners and flyers cost us $1,000. Projectors and sound system for our conference cost us, with t-shirts and then face caps, cost us $3,000. We have logistics that cost us $3,000. Feeding cost us $3,000. Refreshment for all the people that participated in the conferences and the presentation cost us $6,500. When we put all this together, we have $40,000, and we have a balance of $10,000. Tax 2. A week has passed. You are 4 men, and we're asked to under the regulation of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participant payment, starting with the first contribution, the first week's contribution. And when we draw to our conclusion, we look at it from this angle. A week program for MMM presentation in Thailand. We arrived in Thailand on the Friday morning. Moving to the apartment, we made reservation online. So we made our reservation before we went, and target. Together we can change the world. We arrived, on Monday 18th to Friday 24th December at 10 a.m. daily, we are supposed to have conferences. And our day 1, we have 40 people in attendance, and we have 30 people who duly registered, and amount they deposited was 9,000, because you can't have 100% of your attendance to fully register. Some will have to think about it, some will have to judge before they come. Day 2, we have 70 people in attendance, and we have 66 people who duly registered. And with $300 as an average, we have 19,800. Day 3, we have 150 people who were in attendance in our conference, and 120 people duly registered, and with $300 as an average contribution, we have $36,000. And day 4, 5, and we have 155 registering and $46,500. And the 5, we have 205 people in attendance, and we have 180 registering, and we got 54,000 deposits. That has been good because the average of people registering is very high. We didn't get low registration. So in total, we had 650 people in attendance, and we had 551 people who registered. That was very good. And our deposit was $165,300. For the first 3 weeks, we have total PH of $165,300 per week, because we use our first week to project for the first 3 weeks. So week 1 PH was the 165,300. So if we multiply that by 2 for the second week, we are going to have 1,102 people who were duly registered. And when you take the average of $300 and you multiply, we are getting 330,600. And you do same to week 3 and do same to week 4. Now, first week PH, which was the 165,300, while you find the percentage, the 30% growth as the reward for each the participant. In total, we are getting 49,590, which is the 30% of the first week's PH. Total received, because when you add the 30% growth to the PH, the total will give you $214,890, and we are left with $281,010 from the PH, the total PH for the 3 weeks. So if you look at it, the second week, we are to add the third week's PH to the second week PH for us to be able to pay the second week people who have PH the 30%. So if you add, you take the balance from the first and second week, which is left with $281,010, and you add the third week, which is $495,900, and you subtract what you have already paid, we are being left with $562,020. So when you subtract that from the 4th week, we are left with 515,000, which will not be enough for redeeming the 4th week PH. So what are we going to do? Which is the third question for us to be able to continue to get the 30% for our pH. So the third week, the third question, a month has passed. You are 100. The same plan for another month on the basis of the result of previous calculation, taking into account the dynamics of growth. A month after, we have doubled new registration and provided help, calculating for previous month's registration and pH. So a month after, we are expecting that our is going to double the first month registration, because as people are buying into our the ideology of removing the unfair financial injustice that we have in the world, first week total pH rose to $826,500 for 2,755 participants. You can see that this has doubled. So the second week has also doubled. So that one is also 991,800 for 3,306 participants, which the third week for the second month also doubled than the previous week, which that one got to 1,157,100 for 3,857 participants. We are growing stronger, and that is what MMM has taught us to do, for us to continue to grow stronger, bringing people on board, for us to remove the unfair financial injustice that exists. Now, we have pH of 1,322,400 with 4,408 participants for the month, for the second month in running, as we are in Thailand. Then tax 4 says after 2 months, you have the number of participants and deposits that you have calculated. Now you can calculate what you need to organize within the next month. So we are projecting the next month again. A week after the start of the is the local holiday in Thailand, which celebrated during a week, respectively. In the period, the activity of registration falls by 75%. So within this period, as they are celebrating their projected registration or activities of MMM is to fall by 75%. Make a plan of action for a month. What resources and how you should use them. So that's what we are looking at for the fourth task. Our answer to that, assuming, so we are now assuming we still have the total pH of 1,322,400 with 4,408 participants. A week after which we are having a 75 fall of total pH. So you take you'll find the percentage. So the percentage, 75% of the 1,322,400 to get 991,800, which is the 75% fall. So you can see that we are falling drastically. So what do we do to sustain, to be able to continue to sustain MMM in Thailand? From that, we only have 330,600 after the 75% drop. The plan we are to put in place is 1, increase campaign on weekly basis. So we are to increase campaign on weekly basis to be able to at least continue to maintain or to increase our deposit and registration numbers so that MMM will not collapse. 2, to throw out promotions to create awareness. We need to throw out a lot of promotion to create more awareness for people to join MMM so that we will not go down further. We need to print out flyers, banners, t-shirts, and posters to spread across Thailand for people to get to know that MMM exists in Thailand and has not collapsed. Look out for their most accessible social media platform and run adverts. So we have to look out for the most accessible social media in Thailand. You know, in Ghana, Facebook is so accessible and WhatsApp. So if Thailand will look at the most accessible media and we'll do our advert, organize more offline presentations, which will also help to show up the deepening of the membership, and identify their culture practices in Thailand to know when and where will be increase in GH. So when we identify their celebration time, you know, sometimes celebrations bring down pH because people want to draw money and use to celebrate. So we look at the period in which there are no celebrations and there are a lot of activities for us to storm, and then we'll get higher pH. Go to events and exchange complimentary cards. We are supposed to exchange more complimentary cards for people to get to know more about MMM in Thailand. Introduce weekly maximum GH to sustain MMM. When your pH and your reserve level is going down, you have to introduce weekly maximum GH. That people will not draw their money and use to do their activities and leave MMM crashing down. To introduce weekly highest number of referral bonuses, like somebody who brings the highest number of people in a week, as we have a 75% fall, give some promotions and some rewards. Then tax 5 also says you did not work, you do not have enough new registration and new deposit. The plans we have taken in tax 4, it did not work. So what are we going to do? That is what our tax 5 is asking us. What are we going to do? Plan 4 tax did not work. Now, what we are going to do is to have a daily segment on radio/TV where we talk about the ideology of MMM and what MMM has of Thailand. Then 2, add weekends to our days of seminars and holidays to our days of seminars. Because we first projected our seminars take part from Tuesday, Thursday, and Monday. Supposed to add the weekly, that is Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, for us to be able to spread the good news. Resources needed to do these activities to overcome the 4th tax. Now, the money left from the balance of the 50,000 they gave us was 20,000. So we are going to look at that money to continue to maintain our stay in Thailand and continue our activity to make sure MMM actually have a ground stay in Thailand. We book to extend our accommodation, extend our conferences, continue to rent the projectors we are using, our logistics, our feeding, refreshment, and some miscellaneous expenditures, which when you put all this together, we have $10. So we are left with another 10,000. So our aim, recruit more participants, targeted audience of 5,000 people who can provide help above $1,500,000. These are the people. If we are able to get 5,000 people to give each of them giving us $1,500,000, I think we will be able to balance so that MMM will not crash in Thailand. Then tax 6 says during the month delay in payment, during this month delay in payment increase to 7 days, activities almost reduced to 0. What? The old members do not attract anyone and do not make contribution to. New deposits group per old contributions. So the new deposits which are there is growing, and the old contributions which are there is also growing. So make your plan of action for another month. So we are extending our activities more months. So our plan of action is 1, we start going out to talk to people one-on-one. This time we are going one-on-one. Asking them if they have any financial issues, letting them know about MMM. So if they have financial issues, we have to let them know about MMM. That when you join MMM and you make a contribution, you help somebody for free, you are going to get a 30% reward. And I think when we do this, it will start bringing up the numbers. And having seminars in various companies during their staff debates and making some of them attend guided school. So now as one-on-one, we are going to be making seminars. Like an institution is having debates for their staff, we have to ask for permission, storm there, speak the ideology of MMM to them, and I think we'll have some numbers continue to join in. Concentrating more on doing what will call me and what I will call me and you. Yes, anyone you meet, you know, you hold the person as we are doing now to get the numbers to MMM in Ghana. You meet the person, you discuss, oh, this, the person will understand the ideology and enroll into MMM. If you don't need help, keep providing help. You will be rewarded with more Mavros. Now, we the old people, as we don't need help, as for us to continue to pay the 30% for new participants, we the old people are already in it. We know how it works. Do not discourage the new participants. The old people, as we don't need help, we need to continue to provide help so we can get to use to pay the new participants. Never overgrow your Mavros. If you don't really need it, GH it and PH again. So if you don't need, you have to GH and PH again, because leaving your Mavros there on GH cripples the system, because your Mavro keep on growing and growing. The system doesn't want that. The system wants you to GH, PH, GH, PH. Then we continue to flow. We continue to flow. Because if you leave it there, you are not GHing. And people are PHing. So you see that everybody continue to PH. Nobody GH. It cripples the system. So you GH, you PH, you GH, you PH, which grows the system and makes the system stronger. Then tax 7. Your effort have not been insufficient to revive the situation. A restart took place. All the old Mavros are removed. We start to work from the beginning. Serious negative impact of members and unfavorable responses will hit MMM. Now, a plan of action under specified condition for a month. So as they have restarted MMM, you have to draw another plan of action to make sure MMM comes back in a stronger mood than it is. Now, new plan of action for restart mood. We start with warning signs that you can lose your money. We have to let the people understand not an investment opportunity. It is a place where you are helping somebody. So in event that you help somebody for free and you don't get any returns, or anything happens, we have forewarned you already. We freeze all the Mavros before restart and shall provide payback gradually with the system developing in the time process. So as they are to restart, we can freeze all the Mavros, and as they restart, the Mavros are frozen. Nobody can GH. So we'll find a way people gradually, and they will not lose confidence in MMM. Each bank detail can be used only once for only one account, which we are doing currently, but we have to stress and find a way for the system to be able to detect people who are creating multiple accounts by putting wrong numbers, wrong identity, and other ways to be able to cheat the system because of certain benefits. We have to develop a mechanism that will detect all those ones so that we can wipe them off the system for the system to have a sustainable future. Then create a minimum and maximum pH limit. Yes, this one is very important because some unscrupulous people have taken MMM like an investment opportunity. So here, as we are restarting, we have to create a maximum and minimum pH, because currently we don't have minimum, but the minimum we have is for you to the registration bonus benefit that we have the minimum for, because if you go beyond there, that means you will not get the registration bonus. And we don't have the maximum limit is also way too high, that people have taken it as if it is an investment opportunity. We have to cap it to suit the people who are really ready to provide help. Then 5, the system now have only the 2 types of Mavros, which we are going to create. The normal 30% provided plus the previous old Mavro that was frozen before. So as the old members are there and they restarted, the 2 Mavros we can have, if we are paying gradually, we have the current 30%, which is the normal, and then the old Mavro, which is frozen, that they will be releasing gradually. Leaders bonuses now will have only 3 steps. We have to create 3 steps only for leaders bonuses, because currently the steps for leaders bonuses is very long. So it makes that as joining, the leaders are continuously benefiting. We have to cap it to only 3 steps so that those who are GHing, the system will not be suffering in getting them the 30%. Then 7, multi-accounts are now forbidden. We have to forbid multi-account to make system more stable for MMM to continue to run. This is group 3, circle 4, presentation for MMM batch 707-12-17 guidance school for Ghana. Thank you.
Okay, that was a good presentation, although it went beyond the time I expected it to use. Okay, please, you can mute. Can you kindly mute your mic? Thank you. Okay, now, you made a good presentation, but you didn't mention a very vital information. You've been in my meetings, you always attended my daily meetings, and I mentioned the importance of the SWOT analysis. The network is acting up. Okay, now you mentioned the importance of the SWOT analysis. Oh my, what's happening? Sorry, the network is acting up badly. Okay, now, the SWOT analysis is very important. It's not something you can do without as far as a system is concerned. Now, the SWOT analysis helps you to determine whether your community is healthy or whether it's about to crash. Now, you can also make some forecasts while using your SWOT analysis on the system. In this task, expected that oh my, the network. So in the task, I expected that you oh my, sorry, the network is really bad. So I expected that you would mention your SWOT analysis after some of the task. After some of the tasks, that is after task 3, that is where it is really very obvious if you did not carry out a SWOT analysis on the system. Because if there was a SWOT analysis, you would have been able to make a forecast on the system. I would have been able to consider the fact that there's going to be a holiday, and you would have worked on the system to ensure that participation is almost 100% by the participants by putting some measures in place. But all the same, you made a good presentation. So congratulations to you, to the 8 of you who made to this presentation. So you can go ahead now to make your feedback video, which so many of you have already done that. So I'm going to check your first the 7 task now. And if you have any pending task, kindly read my comments. Kindly read my comments. It's essential you do so. Read my comments, follow my comments, then make your correction. And that's all you need. And in a matter of 7-8 days, you should be a guide in the community. So congratulations to you once again, and do have a good night rest.